Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Carly Spencer may start to question a big decision, while Sonny Corinthos grows increasingly wary. Meanwhile, Molly Lansing Davis will be trying to focus on the bright side, but there's still plenty of drama ahead. Over at GH, Ava Jerome will fill Rick Lansing in on her recent conversation with Alexis Davis. Rick may be surprised to learn that Alexis hasn't agreed to Ava's terms just yet, and he'll caution against assuming the arrangement is a sure thing. Still, Ava will feel confident that Alexis will come through with the Cassadine money for the sake of Christina Corinthos Davis. In Ava's view, it's the only way Alexis can truly protect her daughter from a difficult outcome and preserve Christina's connection with Molly. However, viewers know Alexis is taking a different route by following Diane Miller's legal advice. Diane is moving forward with the paperwork to have Christina temporarily placed in a mental health facility for evaluation. This twist will lead to a major shock for Christina, who has no idea what's coming. At the same time, Christina may continue to carry a heavy sense of guilt while speaking with Molly. Molly will reflect on something positive that emerged from Rick's accident, likely pointing out that Christina finally feels like her sister again. Although Christina and Molly have made progress in healing their bond, that trust could be shaken if Molly learns the full truth. Christina was aiming to tamper with Ava's vehicle, but ended up putting Rick in harm's way instead. That revelation is bound to surface eventually. Still, an immediate jolt will come when Molly finds out Alexis is planning to have Christina committed. Christina's reaction is sure to be intense, and Molly will have some serious questions about what led Alexis to such a drastic step. Elsewhere, Trina Robinson will confront Portia Robinson with concerns about Kai Taylor's experimental procedure. Trina will want to know if this treatment is truly safe, even though Portia believes it could be a promising option. Trina will also be anxious about potential risks, and possibly uneasy about what Drew Kane might be orchestrating on the side. Meanwhile, Sonny will speak with Laura Collins and walk away more suspicious than ever. Now that Laura is pushing ahead with the referendum on the Esplanade project, Sonny will start to question what's really going on. He'll wonder if someone's trying to influence Laura's stance, but Laura will explain that she's simply trying to handle a complicated situation involving Ezra Boyle and a sense of civic duty. Although Laura doesn't personally want the Esplanade plans to change, she believes in putting the issue to a public vote. Back with Carly, she'll be dealing with a wave of anxiety after filling Jack Brennan in on her heated exchange with Willow Corinthos. Carly may regret provoking Willow, especially since Willow has Congressman Kane and his political clout on her side. There's a chance Carly will feel she may have jeopardized Michael Corinthos' custody position, and the implications will weigh heavily on her. Fortunately, Brennan will try to offer reassurance and remind Carly that the situation isn't beyond repair. On the other side of town, Willow will also be struggling with fears surrounding the custody battle, particularly after Carly's warning about potentially seeking full custody for Michael's benefit. After opening up to Nana Reeves about how shaken she is, Willow will arrive at a pivotal decision that could shape her path forward. Could Willow reconsider her current living arrangements with Drew, or even take legal action against Carly, like a restraining order or another protective measure? GH fans can count on Nina to support Willow during this emotional roller coaster, though the strain might test their mother-daughter bond in ways neither of them saw coming. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jocelyn Jack's assignment involving Professor Henry Dalton could take an unexpected turn. Could Emma Scorpio Drake misread the situation and think something inappropriate is going on between Jocelyn and her professor? Jocelyn has been thrown into Professor Dalton's environmental physics class pretty late in the semester, so she's definitely got her work cut out for her. Vaughn has tasked Jocelyn with getting close to Professor Dalton and convincing him to bring her on as a research assistant. Naturally, Jocelyn realizes she'll be playing catch-up and that there are probably others already being considered for the position. That's why GA spoilers indicate Jocelyn will need to go the extra mile to stand out and win over Professor Dalton's approval. Still, there's a strong possibility Professor Dalton won't be easily impressed. Stumble a bit during her initial attempts to connect with him, but she's resourceful and determined, so it's likely she'll find her footing eventually. Even so, there's the potential for misunderstandings. If Jocelyn is a little too enthusiastic about his lectures and emphasizes how much she wants the research assistant role, Professor Dalton might misinterpret her intentions. Jocelyn could even consider leaning into his misconceptions if it means gaining favor, but that could put her in an uncomfortable situation she didn't anticipate. Although Jocelyn is committed to her mission, that doesn't mean she's willing to compromise her boundaries, especially if Professor Dalton starts to blur professional lines. Meanwhile, Emma is also enrolled in this class, so she's bound to notice Jocelyn suddenly popping up and seeming overly focused on the professor. Emma might start to wonder if something more is going on, perhaps suspecting a flirtation or worse, a brewing relationship. It's easy to imagine Emma confronting Jocelyn with concern, trying to steer her away from what she thinks is a bad path. Jocelyn may insist everything is fine and try to deflect, but Emma isn't the type to just drop it if she's worried. It's even possible that Emma could tail Jocelyn and overhear a meeting with her handler, Vaughn. If Emma picks up on the WSB connection and learns Jocelyn is operating under a secret directive, that could shift the entire storyline. Will Emma's assumptions about an inappropriate affair lead her straight to a far more explosive truth? Jocelyn, portrayed by Eden McCoy, has been tasked by Dex Heller, under the orders of Sonny Corinthos, to gather information on Professor Dalton, played by Kurt Fuller. Dalton, a respected professor with a seemingly clean reputation, has somehow landed on Sonny's radar, prompting the mob boss to investigate. Jocelyn, initially hesitant, agreed to the mission, seeing it as an opportunity to prove herself and help Sonny protect his family. However, the mission has been far from straightforward. Jocelyn's attempts to befriend Dalton have been met with a mixture of polite distance and subtle interest from the professor. She's been walking a tightrope, trying to maintain a friendly facade while subtly probing for any hint of wrongdoing. Sources within the General Hospital set suggest that Jocelyn's next move could backfire spectacularly. Her strategy of trying to get closer to Dalton at a university event may lead to unwanted attention and potentially expose her mission. This could not only jeopardize the investigation, but also put Jocelyn in a precarious situation, especially if Dalton is involved in something dangerous. The spoilers hint at a mission gone wrong, suggesting that something unexpected will occur during Jocelyn's interaction with Dalton. This could involve a misunderstanding, an accidental revelation, or perhaps even a deliberate trap set by someone aware of Sonny's investigation. Whatever the cause, it appears that Jocelyn will find herself in a challenging and potentially perilous position. Meanwhile, across town, Emma Drake, the granddaughter of Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio, is beginning to harbor her own suspicions about the relationship between Jocelyn and Professor Dalton. Emma, a sharp and observant young woman, has noticed the unusual attention Dalton seems to be paying to Jocelyn. This, coupled with other circumstantial evidence, leads Emma to believe that something inappropriate might be happening between the student and her professor. Emma's suspicions are fueled by her keen understanding of social dynamics and her naturally inquisitive nature. She's witnessed Dalton's behavior firsthand, and despite not having concrete proof, feels that something is amiss. This feeling of unease is amplified by her loyalty to her family, particularly Anna Devane, and her desire to protect those she cares about. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Emma will begin her own investigation into the situation, determined to uncover the truth. This could involve talking to other students, observing Jocelyn and Dalton's interactions, and even confiding in her grandmother, Anna. The potential conflict between Emma's investigation and Jocelyn's mission is a significant source of dramatic tension. If Emma's suspicions lead her to believe that Dalton is engaging in an inappropriate relationship with Jocelyn, she could inadvertently expose Jocelyn's secret agenda. This could not only ruin Jocelyn's credibility, but also put her in danger. Furthermore, Emma's suspicions could also lead to a significant misunderstanding. If she jumps to conclusions and accuses Dalton of misconduct, she could damage his reputation and career, even if he is innocent. The consequences of such an accusation could be devastating, impacting both Dalton's personal and professional life. Promises to be no different, with the potential for shocking revelations, dramatic confrontations, and long-lasting consequences for all involved. The intersection of Jocelyn's secret mission and Emma's growing suspicions creates a volatile situation ripe with dramatic potential. The coming weeks promise to be filled with suspense, intrigue, and plenty of unexpected turns as the truth about Professor Dalton and his relationship with Jocelyn is finally revealed. The fates of Jocelyn Jacks, Professor John Dalton, and Emma Drake are all hanging in the balance, and the consequences of their actions could reshape the landscape of Port Charles forever. As the drama continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the residents of Port Charles are in for a wild ride. The truth about Professor Dalton and his relationship with Jocelyn Jacks will eventually be revealed, but the path to that revelation will be fraught with danger, deception, and unexpected twists. General Hospital spoilers say Jocelyn will continue to navigate this complex situation with confidence, but Emma's curiosity might blow the lid off the whole operation, and fast. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.